had the defense been given all the necessary documents, I'm telling you, what is happening now, it will not have happened. Had the defense, guys, had the state decided to do what is right, and that is to hand over all the necessary document from the beginning during the pre-trial. Every single document that they were intending to use against the 5 accused should have been handed back during the pre-trial. But today, as of today, I say to you, you will remember the words of Advocate Nisi. When Nisi said, let us be given every single paper, even if it's empty, but if it's needed for the sake of the defense to do their work, please give us those documents. He said it. He said, if you give us those, if you don't give us those documents, we are going to have this strain that is, if documents or if information is given in drips and drops, he said, we're going to have this stop and go. He said it not long ago. How many stops and go have we had ever since he says those words? He was not taken serious. Had he been taken serious, today, look at today what is happening. It's waste of time. You know what I'm saying? Had this defense been given the necessary document, the defense would have been far with their job. At least today, we would have been in a position where we can blame the defense. So any delay that is happening, I don't blame the defense, but I blame the state, because the state failed to hand over the document on time. Today, Baloyi is intending to use the information. Yesterday, I'm not intending to use the information. Why? For the why. Like for the why. But I'm about to dive into this one, provided that you're interested. If you are, then please stick around. As you stick around, there's only one favor that I'm requesting from you guys, and that favor is you subscribe, you like the video, and you comment in the comment section below. Why do you need to do all of these nice things, guys? Well, you need to do it because doing it does help out a lot when it comes to the YouTube algorithm to promote and spread this video to as many people as possible. Definitely, good people, the power is in your hands. You need to take this video to 1,000 likes, comment in the comment section below, share this video, watch this video until the end, watch the ads. Doing all of these things, guys, it's free of charge. But it also forces the algorithm to say, hey, there are people called the tribe. They want this video to be promoted. The power is in your hands. I put it to you that you do all these things. You know, I wish I can put it to the state that they do the right thing. You know, guys, I need to borrow this power. When you are looking at the way things are happening, it is as if the way things are happening, it is as if there are people behind the scene. Advocate Josh Baloyi makes a decision, and those people says, you need to overrule this decision, change it. Like, what explanation will you give? If Advocate Baloyi makes a decision yesterday, we are not intending to use this thing. Okay. Tomorrow, we are intending to use this thing. What has changed? Same person, same court, same case. What has changed? Clearly, the man, he's not alone when making those decisions. No problem. Today, what happened? Look, let's talk about what happened today. So today, we were there. The court was supposed to proceed. And number one, number two, the things that were noted was that Magistrate Vivian Crunch was there, was supposed to be cross-examined. And then again, I was so. The state says they submit that the audio should form part and parcel of the evidential material before the court and part of the record. Is that permissible in terms of the act? Judge asks. He says the state must check the lawfulness of that. After that, kodwa azidlaliwe ngathi lapha ecourt. Yes. Nkosi yami. Tulani Mgomezulu of accused number 1 and 2 wants to cross-examine wants the cross-examination of Ukronje to be suspended because he didn't listen to the audio of an alleged confession because the state said it will not use it. Advocate Zitulele Nxumalo says he is of the same view. Oh, madoda nomshololo wathi nami I need that opportunity. So Mgomezulu then stood and said, listen, your worship, we were under this thing. This is the same thing that I was saying. You is like, no, we were under the view that this was not gonna be used. But I like what the judge said. The judge said, as a defense lawyer, every material that you are given against your client, you should start everything. You know what I'm saying? But again, I think when the judge was saying that, I was like, okay, it makes sense. It makes sense. I agree with the judge, because remember, we are not just an antagonistic towards a certain people. When those people whom we have previously been antagonistic to, when they are doing good, we must also be quick to say, wow, job done. Like today, I don't know who taught the judge to listen. I liked his listening skill when he was talking to advocate Ngomezulu. The way he was listening, that's what we want from the judge. Even if if you are listening to Advocate Baloyi and Ngomezulu, they speak very slow and they take longer to make their points. They don't rush when they speak. But now, if the same opportunity could be afforded to other people, because Baloyi, as much as Baloyi, the one day he asked same question 3 times. Same question 3 times. The evidence often kept saying, 2 questions. Look, 2 same questions. You know what I'm saying? Where were you on that day? Where were you on that day? And then he asked the same question in a different way. I'm like, that's the same question. He didn't ask the same question in different 2 ways. Same question. You know what I'm saying? And the answer has already been given, but it's not been rebuked. So the patience is what we are calling for towards other lawyers as well. It will be nice to watch. Advocate Mshololo says the court will also accept that the court says if the Advocate Mshololo says if the court will accept the state's submission, it will amount to an ambush because her client has not listened to the recording. Says she says that she had listened alone, which again, she was making a very important point here. I think it was fair, because if you think that, judging from the fact that they are already being ambushed time and again, right? So if this is a strategy of just traumatizing the defense and forcing them to make mistakes, right? This is a deliberate strategy to those who are planning it. They give this information in drips and drops, right? So to frustrate them. Right now, it looks like they are not doing their jobs. If you are listening to the judge, at first, yeah, I agree with the judge. But now that Advocate Mshololo stood up and raised this point, then you listen to what the judge said versus what Advocate Mshololo said. Bring it together. You're going to come to one point. The errors will point to the state that has not been rebuked by the judge. The judge should have been straightforward to the state, give them all the necessary document now. And they must make sure that that order is followed to the letter. You know, so otherwise, we're going to have this problem. You know what is happening? They end up prioritizing certain cases. For instance, the defense then, they are pushed into a corner. And because of that, they need to now prioritize. Okay, let's do our research and investigation towards this certain aspect. Whilst they are focusing there, and then because they are being ambushed, another information is being introduced to them. So do you see the point? Because they don't have also the financial muscle so they can hire other experts, it's difficult for them to be stretched to that level, right? That is the condition they find themselves in. They are being ambushed day in, day out. I don't know say by who. Because this is not nice at all. Nevertheless, the law is clear. The court is now aware that there is an evidence in an interview between Mrs. Crouch and Ms. Ntanzi. According to Ms. Crouch, the deponent was also accompanied by his lawyer. So Mr. Mnisi is also entitled to listen to the evidence, says Judge Ratama Khatleng. Continues to make a ruling. So the order is that even this court has to listen to the recording. If it didn't listen to this, how will I be able to determine whether it is admissible or not? I was like, wow, Judge, you are being fair here. Judge, you are being fair here. We don't have to be harsh on the judge when the judge is just doing his job perfectly. So so now. The other thing that we also said, the judge speaks about the recording and then says that even though Miss Crunch recorded this thing in her personal laptop, but still, it's like she's like she was asked by the state. Is it the state? Did you use the word state? But yeah, he was at work. He was asked by the state. Let me say so, to go and take this confession. Anything that she did during that time, it amounts to, that means it belongs to the state. That's why the judge says we need that recording. She must bring it on, even though it was for personal use. But let's for a moment interrogate this word, personal use. If this magistrate, let's be fair here, if this magistrate, Crouch, if she did not suspect anything, if everything was okay, if she did not foresee any squabbles, if everything was okay, why will she go? Why will she be like, you know what? This confession deserves a recording for my own. She says for her own personal safety and whatever. It was for personal reasons. I want you to sit down at home. Think about it. You are given a car. You are told, take this car, drive it down to Durban, right? Why would you want to take a picture of the car and the video inspecting the condition of the car if, for instance, the person who's giving you the car is a good friend with a good heart? It's not you don't think it, you are not suspecting that this might be a trap. We do that in companies. You know why we do that in most of the time in companies? Because if it's a state vehicle, the person who might have been driving this car before might have bumped the car, and whatever happened, if it's not reported, then it will fall on me. Now I must take responsibility of something that I don't. But when a friend is giving you a car, say, oh, my friend, just take this car, go and you'll come back. Do you inspect that car? No. Why? Because you trust the friend. Now that you get the logic, go back. Ask this question. You're taking a confession. You're not provided with material to record the confession. You decide, here, I need to do it for myself. For myself. If you don't get it, forget about it. Let me jump. If you don't get it, forget about it. Okay, I love you guys though. Judge says the court will listen to to this, and yeah, there was a back and forth. Advocate Mgomezulu says it's all in all fairness. Each party needs to have a proper time for consultation. There is also a possibility that an expert may be required regarding the voice of that voice recording, right? And I submit in principle of fairness, and justice. That okay, justice should apply. Okay. Okay, so Mgomezulu then also given an opportunity to consult, we will be acting in the best interest of our client. We don't act on our interest. I like that point that he came up with, to say it's not about me as a lawyer, or it's not about how much I can argue this case, but it's about the satisfaction of my client. If my client wants to listen to this, it's best that he must be given the opportunity to listen to this. And I was like, wow. I liked his argument. It was proper, right? Principle of justice. I've already covered that one. So now, I get guys, Mgomezulu, legal expert will be called and blah blah blah. We've already covered that one, which is the most important thing. The court agreed that the defense request and the prosecution team, media and the public will clear the court, will adjourn, and then they adjourn until 2 o'clock. The problem where I have with these people is that maybe we are using the standard watch. Maybe Bona, they've got a different watch. I don't know, but their watch is completely different than ours. When they say 10 past, we'll be back at 15 minutes. You must know it's probably 30 minutes or 45 minutes. Their watch is never the same with us. When they say it's 1 o'clock, my lord, it's long adjournment, we'll be back at 2. You must expect them at 10 past 2 or 2:15. Sometimes it's 2:30. So it was today. Today they didn't disappoint, shame. They were like, hi, we were adjourning until 2 o'clock. We waited. Because their watch is not the same as ours. We waited. People were not coming back. Okay, at 2 o'clock, then Advocate Mnisi arrived. When they came back, the proceeding then started late, right? Advocate now when they got back, Advocate Admissibility says he finalized the process of listening everything, telling to the judge, and then Advocate Mgomezulu says no, I'm asking that there be a postponement. Maybe tomorrow we start a little bit later because I'm gonna be only available at about 11 o'clock. He's gonna be in a certain case that is handled by a certain judge. Judge Ratamo Khwatleng. Judge Ratamo Khwatleng came into our rescue there. I like what the judge says. So because Advocate Ramasepede had said that Advocate Mgomezulu is going to be there at 11:30, the judge says, okay, you know what? Who's that judge? And then he asked all the details, and I was like, oh, judge what? I forgot the name of that judge. I was like, don't worry. I am going to call that judge myself. Not tomorrow, 10 o'clock, you must be here. I'm going to ask that judge to postpone that case. I was like, wow, what's a rata? We like that. We like the spirit of agility, the spirit of hastiness. We like that. Because like I said, when the judge is doing the right thing, guys, let's not criticize the right things because we are not just being antagonistic, but we are factual in our approach. I like that the fact that we've already wasted a lot of time. So let me try save time. I'm going to call that judge. 10 o'clock tomorrow, you must be here. So that is what today have happened. So I think I have chronicled or documented everything correct as to what happened today. As for me, guys, no, guys, I did bath. I almost say let me go and bath, but I did bath. People will say that I don't bath. Guys, okay, guys. I'll see you on the next video. Until that next video, good people, please take care.